This is probably good human being advice, not just entrepreneur and startup and investor advice. What I learned from Wine Library TV is the following. The true story of Wine Library TV was the day that I thought I was gonna start it, I thought I was gonna do something similar to QVC. And I don't know if you have a QVC or shopping network in Europe, but QVC in America, it's a show and they sell stuff through the TV. I thought I was gonna do the QVC of wine. The first episode of that show, when that camera went on and that light went on, I realized that this was gonna be on the internet forever. And that I didn't wanna just peddle wine. I decided I wanted to be a value to people in learning about wine, because I was scared that if I was peddling something I didn't believe in, that somebody would come up to me at a party and say, do you like this? And I'd say, no, I hate it. They're like, well, you fucking said it was awesome on Wine Library TV. You're a scam artist. I'm like, shit, no. So I was very focused on leveling up. And I really believe the one great piece of advice, if you want to take anything from this talk, is we have to start realizing that giving and doing things in business without expectation of return from the other individual is probably the greatest leverage that you could ever deploy in your business life, though it is extremely rare in today's business environment. And it has absolutely been the bedrock of what has allowed me to win. All my engagement, all my selfies right over there and signing books, all the content, I have nothing to sell. I have a book that I fucking sell once every 3 years for $13. This is not about monetizing an audience. It's about building leverage to build brand versus sales. I've deployed self-awareness around what I am, and I know what I am. And there's a lot of things I wish I was. 7 years ago, as a lot of you know, I had plenty of leverage in the Web 2.0 social media movement. I was one of the guys. I was one of the 20 most followed people on Twitter. I didn't go and raise $40 million to build the next Facebook. I didn't raise $50 million to build a platform around wine. I was self-aware enough, even though I had all the opportunity in the world to build a product, that I wasn't gonna be successful. 7 years ago, I went out and built a boring digital agency, right? I built something practical. All my internet friends, a lot of the people gonna be on the stage, they made fun of me. Like, why don't you go build a big company or something grand? I built what I knew I could build. I'm very proud that over the last 4 years, I've grown VaynerMedia from $3 to $100 million a year in revenue, not fucking valuation. And cool, great, that's fine, and who gives a shit? What I'm way more worried about than what I've done is what you're gonna do. And the biggest one is mindset. You know, to me, the thing that has really become fascinating, you know, the reason there's not a lot of content that I put out between 2011 and 2014, if you go back and look at the internet, is because I needed to go run and build VaynerMedia again for myself. I think that you need to have an execution other than ideas to have the audacity to stand up here and expect people to waste their time and money listening to what you have to say. And so I'm proud that over the last 6 years, I've been executing VaynerMedia, and I think that there's way too many people in this audience that are in the excuse business. And it's tough because I'm empathetic. There's always things. You know, you could have two parents that were drug addicts. You could have lost your parents in a car accident when you were a kid. You could have had your money stolen to you by a partner. There's so many things that happen in life. I'm super empathetic to it. The ultimate problem is that the market, the world, doesn't care, right? There's so much dwelling going on, so many reasons why not. And the thing that has been really interesting to me is that if you asked me what works for me, it's optimism and gratitude and positive mindset. Like, it's really interesting. To me, life is pretty binary. It's either black or white. It's either yes or no. And the one that matters to me the most is you're either on the offense in your life right now or you're on the defense. You're either coming up with reasons why not, all this technology, all this stuff, why not? Or why yes, all this technology, all this stuff. You're looking at things and you're making a decision. And so for me, a lot of what I've been thinking about is mindset and why optimism works. If you want to understand why I'm so blessed to sit on this stage, is I have a unique, uncanny ability to slightly understand what you're about to do before you think you're gonna do it. That has allowed me to be successful, not in the way that I interact with you and being kind, because that's kindness,